Hello, welcome to Sports Hub. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm excited to be here back live after a month of action in terms of the FIFA Women's World Cup. I really missed you. I really missed this show, and I'm so happy to be back. So today, we are featuring someone who is so interested in keeping fit. He is a marathon runner, and he'll be sharing a story on how he even managed to shed off some weight. Now he looks very fit, so I'm excited to host him. He'll be joining us a little later. We have a lot of segments on this show. We have the results segment. We also have the what's trending in sports, and I have with me Esther Mwale, who is Hon FM sports anchor, back with us. Esther, good to have you back.
Imagine I've forgotten how to hold the ball.
At least you still have the skills in you.
I know, really. Look, I've even lost balance just holding this ball. But anyway, it's exciting to be back, Morden. I mean, we have been away. Obviously enjoying the FIFA Women's World Cup that has, come to an end, concluded on the 20th of August, 2023. And we had new champions, actually. We had the Spanish team that...
Okay, so for now, we have to dance to some Chipolo songs. We dance to some Chipolo songs. We forgot some dance moves, so we dance a bit to Bola Nalesa by various artists.
Jazzy boy, Zambia, lazy Zambia. King Dande, Kayambo, the king of the dance floor. Felix Feligo, Mangwi. Let's go, Zambia, Zambia, Zambia. Zambia, ingijo mubila Zambia, atachi, mupike bola, ekunkulu shamuele tula, mupike, awele. Nativa Zambia, Nativa Zambia.
Big bola batea is back by juju. If we bola to tear is back by fire. Bambi bashinteli la voodoo. Funny no gain no voodoo. Ela tatatina na basungu. Bola ni lesa tefi sungu. Nangula tangile. Bola ni nainde. Nangula ikagare. Bola ni nainde. Nangula tangile. Bola ni nainde. Nangula ikagare. Bola ni nainde.
Bola ni paise. Tulewina lelo. Bola ni paise. Bola ni paise, tunewina Zambia. Bola ni paise, tunewina. Bola, 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 bola nalesa bola. Zambia wine bola, Zambia tea bola. Bola ni paise, tunewina lelo. Bola ni paise, tunewina. Zambia, tunewina lelo. Bola ni paise, tunewina. Akasenda akasevo, akamyamuta akapanda, striker akatrapo, abasenda abapiko, pambasta akadununa, kipa aluka kabola kangena. Iyo bola, iyo bola, iyo bola. Jambo yokunenuka imbigila mwana panda bola ikata bola sunga bola production, ladies and gentlemen.
Sugar sounds. Oh yeah.
Right, at least I was just trying to put you in the mood because I know that, yes, the Copper Queens were at the World Cup. They lost 2 games by 5 goals to 0 apiece. They lost 5-0 to Japan, lost 5-0 to Spain. The eventual World Cup winners who beat England 1-0 to claim that title. But at least they won the last game by 3 goals to 1. And now their ranking has even improved. They are now ranked 69th in the world from 77th. So earlier on, I was chatting with Esther Mwale. Not sure if there's a relationship with our director, Bisani Mwale.
Ask me outside, away from the seat. I'll answer. Talk to me nicely, not like this.
Right, so what's trending, Esther?
Well, we have so much that took place, especially when the World Cup, the FIFA Women's World Cup had started modern. I tell you, a lot happened. Yes, Zambia lost the 2 group games against Spain and Japan, respectively. But we're happy that at least when they were concluding, they did conclude the FIFA Women's World Cup in style, beating Costa Rica by 3 goals to 1. I mean, this is the second time that Zambia was meeting Costa Rica. The first time that Zambia met Costa Rica was back then in 2014, and Zambia still beat Costa Rica by 2 goals. And yet again, they did replicate the same results, beating Costa Rica at the Senior Women's World Cup by 3 goals to 1. We had history making in this game, Modern. Barbara Banda scoring the 1,000 goal at the FIFA Women's World Cup. So ever since that the FIFA Women's World Cup was established, this was Barbara Banda's goal at the FIFA Women's World Cup. Yeah, it was a milestone goal, and everybody celebrated. I mean, this is the uniqueness of Barbara Banda Modern. Every time she's on the pitch, she's all about making history. Every time she kicks the ball, she's all about making history. I mean, a lot of people were expecting her to have a wonderful tournament, but she was silenced by, of course, Japan and Spain. Later onwards, had regained herself in the final game against Costa Rica, just scoring that 1,000 goal at the FIFA Women's World Cup. But of course, away from that, our ladies did also manage to make history. Modern. People get to criticize her to say, but look what God did. Let's win Mario Tora. She went on to score at the FIFA Women's World Cup. It was the fastest goal that was recorded at the FIFA Women's World Cup. So despite the ladies not winning or reaching the round of 16 at the FIFA Women's World Cup, they did manage to make history. Not forgetting as well that Rachel Kundananji Modern was named the fastest woman at the FIFA Women's World Cup. I mean, what else do we have to say about these ladies? I mean, what else do we have to brag? First,
is it 33.2 kilometers per hour?
What else can we say? What else can we say about these ladies, Modern? I mean, first senior tournament, they perform beyond our expectations. Yes, we did picture them to just finish at group stages, but we did not expect them to make history like they did. Lushuma Mwemba coming out with the fastest goal at the FIFA Women's World Cup. Barbara Banda scoring the 1,000 goal at the FIFA Women's World Cup. And of course, Rachel Kundananji being named the fastest, don't even at what, but fastest.
Sure, Mr. Mpondela should be thinking of tapping talent there. She can be running in maybe 200 meters or 100 meters.
Obviously.
Just like there's history. Rachel Nachula was a runner before joining football. And also Mupopo Kabange was also a runner.
So that was how our ladies managed to perform at the FIFA Women's World Cup Modern. But hey, the drama is not over. I tell you, we had so much drama at the FIFA Women's World Cup. Let's talk about England forward Lorraine James. Look at that. I can't even say so much. The picture already itself has a lot of explanations. Well, it was the time that Nigeria met England in the round of 16. I tell you, Nigeria had a good run at the FIFA Women's World Cup. I would just say they are not so confident in as far as, scoring penalties and the like. No wonder they had to be eliminated by England. But overall, trust me, Nigeria had dominated the game. Yeah, they did play well. They took the game all the way to penalties and, gave England quite a panic attack, I would say that.
Yeah, but if you look at Lauren James, she looks cool. I was surprised that she did such a thing. Eh?
Well, apparently, a journalist talked to Lauren James after the game, and we were told to say emotions really took over her. The fact that she felt as though she was the one that was fouled and the referee did not do anything. And later onwards, she just used her emotions. She said, okay, Nafibe, if you're feeling it, the referee doesn't want to pay attention to me, it's fine. I'll do my own thing. And that's how she ended up stepping on the player. And people said a lot of things, Chani, racism, Shani, but trust me, FIFA dealt with Lauren James. She was banned. She never played the quarterfinals as well as the semi-finals. She was out.
So
it did really affect her.
Suspended actually for 2 matches.
Yes, it did really affect her. Because in the game against China, she did put up a world-class performance. I mean, she provided assists and also had to find the back of the net for herself. I mean, Lauren James is indeed a bright future. In case you're wondering who Lauren James is, I mean, she is coming from a world-famous family. I mean, this is, of course, the younger sister to Reece James, who is currently Chelsea's captain. So, it just runs in the blood. In the family. Never in the modern twist of
Right.
All right. So, but anyway, away from the Lauren James drama, as we are concluding, for the big story that has been making trends.
Yes. I was waiting for it.
Since 20 August until today. It's all about making noise more than.
People are not talking about the trophy that Spain won.
No. They're talking about the Spanish FA kissing Gianni Hermosa of the Spanish women's team.
That looked so passionate. He even closed his eyes.
Imagine. And then he's saying it wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
So this is what happened. I don't know. He was excited. He did give pecks to other players. We saw that. But once it just reached Gianni Hermosa, I don't know what he was thinking. Even had to close his eyes to kiss the player in front of a lot of people. I mean, if there was a World Cup that a lot of people had paid attention to, was this one. And with him, he'd not really put into consideration to say, Shani, we do it from home when we're back in Spain.
The emotions that come with football. Sometimes you can even hug your enemy when there's a goal.
That was just way, out of bounds. I mean, I still ask myself right about now more than to say, what would have really prompted him to kiss Gianni Hermosa like that? Even reaching to an extent of closing his eyes.
So what next? What has happened to him?
Well, he was suspended. In fact, before the suspension, he was asked to step down, but he refused. He was like, I did nothing wrong. And then he was like, I'm not stepping down. I'm not resigning. So a lot of teams, including Germany and, of course, England, they have come out to the open to say they're standing with Gianni Hermosa as well as the Spanish women's national team for the president, for the FA president to step down. It is not only other countries, but also clubs in the Spanish league more than. This is how big it is. Clubs in the Spanish league have also indicated that, they are standing together with the Spanish women's national team. We did see Sevilla over the weekend wearing T-shirts that were, that indicated that the FA president should indeed step down. But he has refused, and finally, actions were taken. He has been put on suspension for 90 days. So we're still waiting. Yeah, by FIFA. So we're still waiting for more details regarding his status. Will he continue or will he not continue? But overall, my point to you.
Right.
Yeah, so this is what I had for you today, Morden. I mean, it's good to be back, coming back from the FIFA Women's World Cup. I really missed everybody. I missed the viewers out there. Yeah, so.
Indeed, and I'm sure they missed you too. As for Julius, he's still celebrating the FIFA Women's World Cup trophy that Spain won, so he didn't make it today. Otherwise, he should be joining us next week. So we move on. Thank you very much, Esther, for that segment. We move on to the next segment, and this one is how much do you know about your sportsmen and women? So first of all, we'll recap on the photo that we showed you the last time we were here. So the photo we showed you was for Dennis Lotter. And there was an overwhelming response. I remember we had a lot of calls, and I promised that at least the first two calls, the first two callers who get it right will do what? I'll get airtime. And that's what happened. So we had Jimmy Siatwinda from Senanga. He was one of the first callers, and he got it right, as well as Elijah Sikazwe from Chinsari. So these two gentlemen won themselves at least some talk time for them to call again. So we hope today again you'll be able to get the photo that we have for you correctly. So just a bit about Dennis Lotter. He was born on 8th November 1973. He started his professional career with Zanaco FC in 1989 before leaving for Nchanga Rangers at the beginning of the year, at the beginning of the 1991 season. He later left Nchanga to join Cabo Warriors after a failed attempt to rejoin Zanaco. At Warriors, he never settled and left after one season to join Concola Blades. Lotter went on to play for FC Sion in Switzerland before joining Orlando Pirates in South Africa, where his prowess in front of the goal, and particularly in celebration of rubbing his palms against each other, earned him the nickname Chesampama, which means hot slap in Zulu. I'm sure you remember Dennis Lotter. When he scores, he would do this in celebrating. So he was nicknamed Chesampama. So he was part of the Zambian team, which was at the Africa Cup of Nations in 1996, 1998, 2000, and 2002. So Lotter died on 4th February 2014 in South Africa of suspected malaria. So at the time of his death, he was assistant coach at South African side Morocco Swallows. So may his soul rest in peace. So we have another photo for you for today. We want you to identify the sportsman on the photo. So the photo will be coming shortly, but in case you identify that gentleman or the sportsman on the photo, you can call us on 0211 25 30 25 or 0211 25 08 43. Or you can send us a WhatsApp message on 0955 20 29 04. On Facebook, you can send us your comments on Sports Our Facebook page or Modern Sinkala Sports. So the photo will be coming later on, very soon, but for now, let's look at the results over the past weekend. We start with the CAF Champions League. Power Dynamos making Zambia proud. They beat African Stars of Namibia by 1-0. And this goal was scored by Andy Boyeri, their ever-present striker. So it means Power have advanced to the second preliminary round of the CAF Champions League, and they'll face Simba FC of Tanzania. Well done, Power Dynamos. Then FC Muza also made Zambia proud. They beat Kano Sport of Equatorial Guinea by 3-0, and that means they advanced 4-1 on aggregate. So, in case you missed the game involving FC Muza and Kano Sport, at least we took the cameras to National Heroes Stadium where the game was played, and we have the highlights for you. Yeah, so it was an interesting game. It was a very interesting game where Muza started from the first half to win this game. So Andrew Piri was on the score sheet. He scored a penalty. Bobo Angwenga was also on the score sheet. It was so interesting. And so talking about FC Muza, they'll be meeting, FC Muza will be meeting a team from Congo Brazzaville, and this team is called Diabos Noir. Yes, so Diabos Noir is the team, Diabo Noir is the team that they'll be facing from Congo Brazzaville. So in case you didn't manage to go to the National Hero Stadium, here are the highlights. So Muza FC winning with ease. 3-0 on the day and 4-1 on aggregate. Let's now look at MTN Super League Week 2 results. Kansanshi Dynamos 0, Mufulira Wanderers 0, Konkola Blades 0, Green Eagles 0, Zanaco 1, Forest Rangers 1, Green Buffaloes 2, Napsa Stars 1, Cabo Warriors 2, Trident 1. On Sunday, would you believe it, that Mutondo Stars, a team from National Division 1 League, beating Kana by a 0-0. So that was the shocking result of the weekend. Then Zesco United 1, Prison Leopards 1. In the first National Division 1 League Week 2 results, on Saturday, it was City of Lusaka 2, National Assembly 0. City of Lusaka can't stop winning, so they've won 2 games in a row. Mpulungu Harbour 1, Kafue Eagles 0, Chambishi 1, Aguila Stars 1, Lumana Radiance 1, Atletico Lusaka 1. On Sunday, it was Nchanga Rangers 2, Mpulungu Youth 0. Young Prison Leopards 1, Quattro Kalumbila 1, and Zesco Malaiti Rangers 0, Indeni 0, Jumulo 1, Young Green Buffaloes 2. So that was in the National Division 1 League. City of Lusaka on top now with 6 points after those 2 wins. In the English Premier League, Week 3 results, and remember, ZNBC is showing the English Premier League. So every weekend, make sure you tune in to ZNBC TV1 so that you can watch the English Premier League. So on Friday, it was Chelsea 3, Luton Town 0. On Saturday, it was Bournemouth 0, Tottenham Hotspur 2, Arsenal 2, Fulham 2. This is the game that we showed, and we'll be showing you highlights of that game. Then Brentford 1, Crystal Palace 1, Everton 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. Manchester United came from behind to beat Nottingham Forest by 3-2. Brighton 1 and West Ham United 3. On Sunday, it was Burnley 1, Aston Villa 3, Sheffield United 1, Manchester City 2, Newcastle United 1, Liverpool 2. We end with the Spanish La Liga. On Friday, it was Las Palmas 0, Real Sociedad 0, Celta Vigo 0, Real Madrid 1. Real Madrid are yet to lose. On Saturday, it was Cadiz 1, Almeria 1, Granada 3, Mallorca 2, Sevilla 1, Girona 2. On Sunday, it was Villarreal 3, Barcelona 4, Valencia 1, Osasuna 2, Athletic Bilbao. Wow. So today, Rayo Vallecano are taking on Atletico Madrid. As I'm talking, the match is about to kick off. So that's what happened over the weekend in terms of results. So let me recap on that photo that I showed you earlier on. So are you able to identify the following player on the photo? He played for can I give you a leakage? No, I won't give you a leakage, but he saved Zambia. He's played for the national team before. Who is this player on the photo? So call us. The numbers will be crawling on the screen. The numbers will be crawling on the screen. Call us and tell us who this player is. We'll be so glad to hear from you. We want to know how much you know the Zambian sportsmen and women. So tieni nayo, tumepeka nyama lines hapa, and the first two correct answers, as usual, I'll be able to give them at least 20 kwacha airtime. The first two correct answers. All right, time for me to introduce my guest in the studio. Like I said earlier on, he is a marathon runner, and at some point, he was quite big, but because he chose fitness over lavish food and all that, so now he looks very fit. And I'm talking about Nicholas Chibwe. He is my guest tonight on the show. So let me welcome Nicholas Chibwe so that he can tell us his story. He's competed at different marathon. So Nicholas, you can just walk through here. Good to have you.
Good, thank you.
All right, you look very fit actually.
Yes.
I can't believe you said you were very big.
Yeah.
I can't believe that you managed to shed weight.
I've tried my best.
Because most people have struggled to lose weight, so they don't know what's the secret really. So you'll be able to tell us the secret to, you know, maintaining the proper weight. So first of all, we want to know more about you. Who is Nicholas Chibwe? Tell us about your background. When were you born? Where? And how was your childhood like? Okay, so before you answer, I have a caller already. Good evening and welcome to Sports Hub. Okay, are you able to speak up? I can hardly hear you.
Hello?
Okay, your
Hello?
name and where you're calling us from?
Chanda from Kau.
Kindly switch off the TV set or reduce the volume on your TV set so that we can chat nicely. Unfortunately, we've lost that one. Call us again, call us again. The guest we have today is Nicholas Chibwe, a marathon runner. Yeah, so tell us more about yourself. When you were born, where, how your childhood was, and all that.
Like you've said, and first of all, thanks for having me here tonight.
Right.
Yeah, I'm Nicholas Chibwe. I was born on the 11th of May, 1975.
May baby, I'm also a May baby. Nice.
I was born in Ndola, but I
Right.
grew up in Mufrila.
Okay.
Yeah, I come from a family of 6 guys. We are all brothers in the house. Only my mother was a woman. And my mother passed on, unfortunately, in 2011. So my father is still in Mufrila. And we've also lost about 3 brothers. Yeah, so it's only my older brother who's like a firstborn now, and myself, and my immediate young brother, Gideon.
So how many are you in your family?
Right now, we were born 6, but alive, we are 3 brothers.
Right.
Yeah.
And in terms of your education, you can tell us more?
I possess a degree, bachelor's degree in information library science, and also political science from University of Zambia.
Right.
Yeah.
And where did you start from in terms of your primary and
Schooling, I did my schooling in Mufrila, where I grew up. and up to the high school, 10th grade, when I migrated to Lusaka. By then, my immediate older brother just got a job and started living here from Frila. So he requested from mom and dad that I shift and start staying with him. So from 1993, officially I came to Lusaka, and I was at Munali Boys Secondary School, where I completed my schooling. Yeah.
Right.
12,
so,
yeah.
All right. So, so basically, you spent your whole childhood on the Copper Belt.
Yeah, I would say all my childhood, I grew up in Mufrila, it's my hometown. Yeah.
So, where was that?
That's me when I was in my, I think, 11th grade.
11th grade?
Yes,
Wow, that's in Mufulira?
No, Mundawanga Botanic Gardens.
Oh, you had come to Lusaka
By then I was here in Lusaka.
Ah.
Yeah, I think we had the Livers Ball party, something like that. Yeah, it's when I took that picture.
Interesting. It's a pity you had hidden your face with a cape.
You know, those days we had those capes, boys to men kind of style. So, you know, it was part of growing up.
So you got inspired. By right. So were you active in sports while at school?
Well, my growing up, I was a chubby boy, I would say. I grew up with all sorts of nicknames, you know, because I was fat. Yeah, Pepe Kale. You know, all those were part of my nicknames. So
that means you were very big.
Yeah, I was. I was like a chubby boy, I would say, you know. Yeah, so
who are you there?
on the right side with a red bow tie, yeah. And that's my father and my young brother Gideon.
Ah, okay, okay. Wow.
So there I was still big, slightly. I was still big, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So yes, so tell us about this. Yeah, and this one is this.
That's
this
my
should be
family. Yeah, my wife and my daughter, the last born, Jasmine and Maria.
So how many do you have? How many children do you have?
I've got 3. There's Gabriel, Jasmine, and Sombe. Yeah.
All right, and that's your wife there.
Yeah, you can see I was big there.
Yes, yes, quite big.
I was,
and that size actually, I can have 4 pieces of trousers, 4 pairs of trousers from your trousers.
Size 42 there, I think. West.
42.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is just the recently ended Absa Marathon.
Yeah, this was last Saturday, the race we had. Absa Marathon, yeah.
Right. That one looks like Edward Mwale, is it?
Yeah, Edward Mwale got to... No, the guy in the middle is from Kenya. He won the 21Ks. Yeah, then I'm not sure the guy in the white top, if that's Edward.
Oh, okay. I thought he's Edward Mwale.
No. Edward won the... Is it second?
Second.
Prize? Yeah, in 42 race, yeah.
Right, right. And that's your participation medal there.
Yes, please.
All right. Okay. And that's still up some. Okay. And we'll get back to the photos. Let's go back to the story of how you were involved in sports at school. So,
growing up chubby, and I remember my dad was doing life assurance at one time for his policy, and took me for medical, because he was required to do that for his children whom he had included on the policy. Then the doctor, I think, came about that I was hypertensive. And well, the bottom line is I come from a family prone to diabetes and hypertension. Okay. So my father, unfortunately, even lost his right leg, amputation, and he's reached a stage where, you know, he knows the disease, so the side effects of prolonged use of diabetes medicines, now the side effects are kicking in. So he lost his right leg where we are. And my mother also, I think what killed her was a cardiac arrest. I was gone out, I was out of the country for work. So when she passed on, actually, on that same day, it's the day I left, unfortunately, yeah. Yeah, so I've got that kind of tricky history, health-wise. And the time I was growing up, I was fat. My father was concerned. At one time, even punished me that when I passed to go to grade 10, the 10th grade, I remember, we're staying in Kalukanya, in Mufrila. Those who know Mufrila, they know the place. So I was schooling at Butondo Secondary School. It's quite a distance. So it give me transport money in the morning if there's no driver to take us to school. The cab will come or give me transport. I'll use the bus. So the habit of overeating and just eating anything was just too much. For me, I was young, you know, I'll eat anything. So the weight was too much for my age. So he bought me an Ego bicycle, you know, that's from the miners.
Those ordinary bicycles.
ZCCM would give them bikes, and you know, those who never wanted to keep them, they'll sell them. So my brother got two, one for me, one for Gideon. And he told me from now onwards, you'll be using a bicycle going to school.
So that you can keep fit and shed some weight.
So, yes, his aim was me to lose weight. And I think that's why the sports aspect kicked in. And my older brothers were rugby players, renowned rugby players then, national team, the clubs, Mufrila and Lusaka. So I took up the bicycle, but you know, everyone, it was a challenge.
I'm told we have a caller.
Yeah.
Let's pick this one. Hello, you're, welcome to Sports Hub.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening, your name and where you're calling us from?
Yeah, my full name is Patrick calling from Chawama.
Okay, your name again?
Yeah, my name is Patrick Piri calling from Chawama.
Okay, Patrick Piri from Chawama. Okay, do you want to attempt?
I just want to add a comment on the photo that we are showing on the screen.
You want to answer the question?
Yeah, for the photo that we are showing on the screen.
Okay, let's put the photo again so that you identify. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we are putting the photo just now. Yes, who is this player? Hello, are you there?
If I'm not mistaken, this is Harry Miranzi.
Harry Milanzi?
Yeah, Harry Miranzi Senior.
Are you sure?
I'm very much sure.
Are you sure?
I'm very much sure, Mr. Sinkara.
Okay, stay glued to the program. I'll certainly give the answer at the end. Before the program ends, I'll give the answer. Thank you very much for calling in.
All right, you're welcome.
All right. So that's our caller, Patrick Piri from Chawama, attempting to answer that question. All right. So let me get back to you. So at what point did you have an interest in running?
Well, from rugby, because like I was saying, from cycling, going to school, the bike, something came up. I'll try weights and what until I found myself playing rugby because of my older brothers.
Okay.
And then I played rugby up to the national team under Lusaka Powerhouse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when I was in high school. Then after that, I had a terrible rib injury, which made me quit rugby. And I was growing, you know. And then after that, it was just about lifestyle, you know, eating, drinking, partying, and I was gaining weight. So until, well, because I had that sport thing in me, so at once in a while, I'll take the intervals of running, you know, not like the way I'm doing it now. So then it was just like I'll wake up, run, maybe 2Ks, 3Ks or whatever, but it wasn't like regular. So I would say I started running in 2017 or 18. When I was in university, due to school pressure, I would take a jog. But starting like on the serious note was when I was diagnosed with hypertension in 2018. So the doctor had one-on-one with him. He said, look, this is a lifestyle condition. You are overweight, and if you can work on your weight, work on your diet, then you can be in the better position.
Right.
And the history I told him about my family, he was saying you are very prone to have these diseases if you really don't shift your lifestyle. So that sank in my head, considering what my mother went through, because I'd spent most of the time with her. So it made me just to think twice and take it serious. Right. So the worst part I never wanted was to be taking BP drugs. For whatever reason, really, it wasn't just what I wanted or wished for.
Right.
So I took running as my remedy. Yeah, especially 2019, it was so bad that people thought I was crazy. I was addicted to running because I would run 3 times a day, you know, morning, afternoon, and evening.
That was 2017?
In 2018.
2018.
Into 2019, yeah.
So how long did it take you to finally, for you to become like this?
It has taken me about 3 years, I would say.
3 years?
Yeah, okay, from the time I started, it took maybe about 2 years.
Okay.
Because 2018 I started in August, July, August. 19, I put myself on a challenge to participate in this race. By the way, I'm the brand ambassador for Comrades Marathon Zambia.
Comrades Marathon,
Yes,
okay.
this is a 90-kilometer race done in South Africa.
South Africa?
Yes.
Ah,
it's an
Comrades
annual,
Marathon.
Yes, it always takes on in June.
Okay.
Yes.
So even this year you took part?
Yes, I did my third 90K run.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So 2019, I put a challenge that let me participate at Comrades. So the training is what really matters. So I did most of my running and training. The race is a 12 hours race. You have they give you 12 hours to say run 90 kilometers. Whether you're walking, it has 6 cut-off times within the race. By let's say 9 hours, you're supposed to cross this point. By 12, just like that, until the 17:30 final cut-off time.
Right.
So it pushed me, and my lifestyle just changed.
Right.
Yeah.
So how many, okay, before I ask you another question, let's pick this call. Hello, good evening and welcome to Sports Hub.
Hello?
Good evening, your name and where you're calling us from?
Good evening. How are you, Scala?
Very well, thanks. How are you?
Mr. Bukoka Cloud calling you from Choma.
Mr. Mukoka from Choma.
Fine, thank you.
All right. So, you want to answer?
Yes, Bukoka.
Okay. So let's show you the picture that you answer. Who is the player we
Yes, I
were
want to
displaying?
attempt to answer.
Huh?
I want to attempt.
Yes, this is the picture. So, who is this player?
Yeah.
And kindly reduce the volume on your TV set so that we don't have feedback, so that we can communicate nicely.
Miran.
Oh, you said Harry Milanzi?
Harry Miran, yes.
Okay. Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Very, very, very sure.
Very, very sure, Mr. Sinkan.
Okay, Mr. Mgoka, thank you very much for calling. I'll give the answer before we close the program. So we had a caller from Chawama who said Harry Milanzi, and also Mr. Mgoka from Choma says Harry Milanzi. All right, so I wanted to ask you that how many marathons have you taken part in?
Mostly, like all the major marathons in Zambia I've done. Then I've also done quite a number in South Africa, because I'm an entrepreneur, by the way, so most of my business trips or work requirements, I'm in and out South Africa. So I do it in such a way that I'll sync a race with my work schedule. So that in a weekend, if it finds me in South Africa, like Saturday, there's always a race happening there. So I'll register and participate. No wonder people think I'm just a runner, don't have work, I do. But yet, it's the way I plan my activities. Okay. So I've done major runs in South Africa. I've done Comrades Marathon, which is an ultra marathon. 90 Ks. I've done Two Oceans, which is 56-kilometer race. I've done Pretoria, Fobian Marathon. I've done Econet in Vic Falls. I've done another marathon, Daiko, in Botswana, Gaborone, Kazungula. I've done Kazungula Marathon itself. So I've done quite a number of marathons there, and also virtual races, which I've been participating.
Right.
Yeah.
How has been your performance? Have you been improving in terms of time?
Well, I couldn't run barely a 5K when I started running. I'm running 90 kilometers, so that speaks volume, you know.
Right.
And then...
now in terms of time?
Yes. Each time you run a race, well, I've got several medals. You know, I'm still collecting, but I can tell you each race I've run, it has its own story to tell. There have been good races I've done with good time, and there have been to others, they'll say waste according to my performance. But to me, my achievement is to finish what I started.
Right.
So I do it for health. I don't do it for money. They say health is wealthy.
Yes.
So for me, that's my payback, is to do it for my health,
Right.
not to go back where I was. And
Right.
out of it, I've inspired so many people. And people come to me, they say, without you, I wouldn't have been where I am. I've been following you. My health has changed. I ran as well. I started exercising. I feel different. Like one guy in Mufrila came and gave a testimony of saying, I used to smoke, but because of you following you with your runs, today I can tell you I no longer smoke. And I never believed that I'll stop smoking.
Right.
So you see, those are stories which really uplift me, and I feel that's the man I can count to say it's working, because the inspiration I'm giving there, motivation, it's changing people's lives, just as I'm enhancing my life.
All right.
Yeah.
So, do you wish to be competitive, like to be like, for instance, Edward Mwale, who came second, or maybe for you it's just for fitness?
Yeah, well, I wish I could, but where I've reached, my age, running goes with age as well. As time goes, you find that your speed deteriorates. But for now, for me, I can't be a competitive runner because one, the age plus, and then I do it just as a social runner for health reasons and just to inspire and make that difference in society. By the way, I'm the first Zambian who's run in a formal suit with a tie for charity. So I call it a charity suit in support of any cause which may be there.
All right.
So there's a model I'm thinking of. Hopefully I can get a sponsor where maybe I can run for sanitary wear for girl child or shoes for vulnerable children. And hopefully every kilometer I cover, the corporate entity can pledge. I'll be very happy if I can achieve that. So it's something I'm working on with my friends in South Africa. To them, that is normal. They do it, especially after school terms.
Okay.
And they're making a difference in that kind of way, yeah.
Okay,
So
I'm sure that's one of your dreams to achieve in the near future. What else do you want to achieve in marathon running? And do you wish to compete in other marathons like the London Marathon,
Yes.
Berlin Marathon, and
if finances, you know, the issue with running, self-sponsorship, I would say, and it requires a lot of money. Yeah, so if monies or resources allow, I would want to start chasing the London Marathons, Yes. I would want to start going the Abbott way. We call them the 6 stars. Those are the world majors. That's London, Berlin, New York, Chicago, and Tokyo. Yeah. So if resources will require, I think I'll go that way. That's the new challenge. And I've also got a dream of doing Ironman, half Ironman, yeah.
Ah, okay,
Yes.
great.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to give you another challenge.
Yeah.
I know you didn't come with sports shoes, but you've done rugby, you've done running, but I don't know how good you are with your feet. So I'd want you to do some ball juggling. You show me some ball juggling skills.
My father was very good with football, but I've got both left legs sided.
That will even make it more interesting. So I promised you that I'll give you the answer to the question that I gave you. I had a call from Chawama and Choma, and they said Harry Milanzi. Yes, actually, from afar you may think he's Harry Milanzi. He's looking like Harry Milanzi as at now, but he's not Harry Milanzi. He's Andrew Tembo. I'm sure you remember Andrew Tembo playing for the national team. He was there at the 1996 Africa Cup of Nations and also played football abroad. And now he is a coach. That's Andrew Tembo. So unfortunately, you've missed out on talk time. I was willing to send talk time to the first 2 correct answers. Unfortunately, you've missed out. So look out for next week. So for now, let me challenge Nicholas here to ball juggling. So you can pick up the ball there. I want to see how you can juggle. And so the ball is there.
Maybe before we even go there, I just want to taking the platform, you know, as a sports person in athletics. my appeal, and first I want to thank the youth and sport. The minister has been doing tremendously. He's been supportive to all our events. He's been coming to grace them. But also it's something I can appeal that maybe the government can look at the incentives of maybe sports aware, because most people really, to buy sports shoes and attire, it's quite expensive.
Very expensive.
So if maybe sports aware or activities, anything to do with sports can be considered to be duty free, it will go a long, long way to identify and help the talent, upcoming talent.
Right.
So that can be my appeal.
All
Using
right.
this platform, yeah.
Okay, great. So now the platform is yours. You can pick up the ball and do some ball juggling skills. Let's see. I'll be clapping for you.
But I didn't come in sports shoes, you know.
No problem, no problem. So, ladies and gentlemen, Nicholas Chibwe, a marathon runner, used to running and he's done rugby before, but show us some ball juggling skills.
I wish you came with a rugby.
Time starts now.
With a rugby.
The rugby ball. 1. You can do better, Nicholas.
I told you.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much for coming.
No,
Nicholas Chibwe,
Thanks for
marathon
having me.
runner. He was gracing the show today, just giving us a testimony on how big he was and now how he managed to change the lifestyle and become a fit person. So on behalf of everyone involved in this production, my name is Modern Sinkara. See you next week. Goodbye.
Thank you, Mother.